dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm Rusty, your hoist and winch operator extraordinaire. And tonight, we're going to explore the ups and downs of my career in the world of heavy lifting and precarious machinery. Now, I've been in this business for quite some time. And let me tell you, operating hoists and winches is like being the puppeteer of colossal marionettes. Speaking of which, my manager once told me, "Rusty, your hoisting skills are so bad, even the Titanic thinks it could have used a better operator." While working as a hoist and winch operator, this is what my manager said about my work. "Rusty, your hoisting skills are so shaky, you turn every job into a real-life Jenga game." Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings? "You operate hoists and winches like a magician with a disappearing act. Things vanish, and we're left wondering where they went." So, my team leader came up with this singer about my work. "Your crane operating is like a ballet performance, but instead of graceful pirouettes, it's all stumbling and crashing." Another day, I went to work, and my manager said, "Your hoisting is so slow that even snails are saying, 'Step it up.'" Let me share what my team had to say about my work just yesterday. "You make heavy machinery look like it's dancing the cha-cha, and it's not a good dance." Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my team said this about my work. "Your idea of a controlled descent is more like a free fall." You'll get a kick out of what my manager said. "You're the only operator I know who can make a crane look like it's doing a breakdance routine." So, here I was on a coffee break when one of my colleagues said to me, "Even the Titanic thinks your sinking skills are top-notch." The other day, my boss had this to say about my work. "Your hoisting is like trying to untangle spaghetti with a fork, all twists and turns, and no progress." While working some extra hours, my team said this. "I asked for precise lifting, but you delivered a game of how high can we go." Let me share what my director said about my work on Tuesday. "You make precision machinery look like a toddler's toy." My boss's perspective on my work took an unexpected turn when he said, "Your crane operating is so erratic, it's like you're playing a game of crane twister." I had to hold back laughter when my administrator commented like this. "You operate hoists and winches like a DJ at a chaotic rave party, lots of noise, but no rhythm." Just this Wednesday, my colleague said this about me. "Your hoisting is like watching a suspenseful thriller, but instead of suspense, it's all anxiety." One of my colleagues dropped this gem on Monday. "You're the reason we have a do not operate heavy machinery sign in the break room." I've heard some things in my time, but what my superior said about my work was truly memorable. "Even a squirrel on a sugar rush could handle hoisting better than you." One day, this is what my supervisor said about my work. "Your crane operating is like trying to thread a needle with boxing gloves." Guess what my manager said during our meeting? "You handle heavy machinery with the grace of a bull in a china shop." My employer's feedback was quite the surprise when he said, "Your hoisting is so unpredictable, it's like a roller coaster ride without safety restraints." I had to hold back laughter when my team commented on my work like this. "You're the only operator who turns lifting into a guessing game. Will it go up? Will it come down? Who knows?" Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings? "Your hoisting is so off target, you make a bullseye look like a distant dream." You won't believe the hilarious thing my manager said. "Even a compass can't navigate your hoisting skills." Here's a good one. My team's take on my work was, "You handle winches like they're slot machines, pull the lever and hope for the best." Ever had your work summed up by your chief in a single sentence? Mine did. And it was, "Your crane operating is like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded." Here's a good one. My head of department's take on my work was, "You make lifting heavy objects look like a comedy of errors." I couldn't believe it when my executive remarked this. "Your hoisting is like a game of pin the tail on the donkey, but the donkey keeps moving." So, on a Friday, my team came up with this gem about my work. "Your crane operating is so wobbly, it's like you're conducting an orchestra with spaghetti noodles." Last week, my controller threw this curved ball. You operate winches like a DJ with no control over the turntables. Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my manager said this about my work. Even a toddler stacking blocks has better stacking skills than you. We went for a team building and my team leader dropped this gem. Your hoisting is so unpredictable, it's like trying to catch confetti in a hurricane. So, my manager dropped this gem about my work recently. You turn every hoisting task into a guessing game. Where will it land? Nobody knows. Picture this. My team's comment on my work went something like this. Your crane operating is like a chaotic symphony of clanging and crashing. Picture this. My executive's comment on my work went something like this. Your hoisting is like trying to put toothpaste back into the tube, messy and impossible. My team's feedback on my work was quite the surprise. You make heavy lifting look like a slapstick comedy routine. In the realm of unbelievable feedback, my administrator said this about my work. Even a cat playing with a yarn ball has better control over its string. It's like my superintendent woke up and decided to roast my work with this comment. Your crane operating is like a roller coaster. It leaves everyone queasy and disoriented. You won't believe what my team said about my work recently. You handle winches like a chef with oven mitts trying to bake a cake. My boss's perspective on my work took an unexpected turn when he said, your hoisting is so slow, it's like watching a sloth on tranquilizers. Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my team said this about my work. You make operating heavy machinery look like a circus act gone wrong. Last week, my controller threw this curved ball. Your crane operating is so bad, even a GPS can't find the right direction. So, there I was on a coffee break when one of my colleagues said to me, your hoisting skills are so bad, I'm considering replacing you with a group of trained squirrels. Ever had your work summed up by your chief in a single sentence? Mine did. And it was, you operate winches like a cat chasing a laser pointer, lots of random movements, but no progress. While working some extra hours, my team said this. Even a kid playing with a remote-controlled car has better control than you do. So, my manager dropped this gem about my work recently. Your crane operating is like trying to do brain surgery with a jackhammer. Just this Wednesday, my colleagues said this about me. You make hoisting heavy objects look like a game of hot potato. One of my colleagues dropped this gem on Monday. Your idea of precision lifting is like trying to thread a needle with a sledgehammer. We went for a team building and my team leader dropped this gem. Your hoisting is so clumsy, it's like watching a bull try to do ballet. The other day, my boss had this to say about my work. You operate winches like you're trying to start a lawnmower. Pull, curse, pull, curse. Guess what my manager said during our meeting? Even a broken clock is right twice a day, but your hoisting is never right. I couldn't believe it when my executive remarked this. Your crane operating is like a tornado in a junkyard, lots of destruction, no rhyme or reason. I had to hold back laughter when my team commented on my work like this. You handle heavy machinery like a toddler with a tantrum, lots of noise and chaos. Let me share what my team had to say about my work just yesterday. Your hoisting is like trying to fold a fitted sheet, frustrating and never quite right. So, my team leader came up with this singer about my work. You make operating winches look like a game of whack-a-mole. One day, this is what my supervisor said about my work. Your crane operating is like trying to play chess with checkers pieces. Here's a good one. My head of department's take on my work was, your hoisting is so awkward, it's like trying to dance with two left feet. My team's feedback on my work was quite the surprise. You operate winches like a DJ with a skipping record, nothing but repeats. It's like my superintendent woke up and decided to roast my work with this comment. Your hoisting is like trying to put toothpaste back into the tube, it's just a mess. I had to hold back laughter when my administrator commented like this. You make lifting heavy objects look like a comedy sketch with a disastrous punchline. In the realm of unbelievable feedback, my administrator said this about my work. Your crane operating is like a blindfolded tightrope walk over a pit of alligators. You won't believe the hilarious thing my manager said. Even a GPS can't navigate your hoisting skills, it keeps saying, recalculating. And still lost. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the ups and downs of my adventures as a hoist and winch operator. Remember, in my line of work, it's all about lifting spirits, and occasionally, heavy objects. Before I go, I'll leave you with one more gem from my manager. Rusty, your hoisting is so bad, even a helium balloon has more lift. Thank you and good night, folks. Thank you for being here and have a good day. See you on the next one.
And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything?
Hey, I may be the worst at my job, but at least I am entertaining. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your manager is saying about your work. And if you didn't enjoy this show, well, I promise I'll try even harder to disappoint you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, stay employed and keep smiling.